Now, usually here on Ignition GT, when we review a car, we follow a pretty tried and tested formula. It usually starts with me coming up with this really super clever link, and then our director of photography, Jonathan, cuts this amazing, sexy, styling montage. I get into the car, we talk about the interior, and then I usually end up doing some driving shots, and I talk about what the car's like to drive. The closing sees me telling you why you should and probably quite often should not buy the car. You can tell we're doing things a little differently today because the Ford B-Max is a pretty different car. When I told you the Ford B-Max is a different car, I don't mean different in that it's powered by elastic bands or it runs on urine. Oh no, it's a pretty standard car that runs on petrol and has an engine. We've never done this before, have we, Jono, where we show the engine like a lot of other motoring shows do. Quite boring, really. Not that the engine's boring. This is that award-winning Ford EcoBoost engine, the 1 litre, and it is a cracker. One engine only for the B-Max. Different outputs though. The entry level has 74 kilowatts, top spec has 92, both of them running 170 Newton meters of torque. This engine is fantastic, world class, and does a really great job with the B-Max. Very nice. What Jonathan's going to do while I close the bonnet is show you all some sexy styling stuff. Off you go. Noticed from that fantastic styling montage Jonathan put together, the B-Max looks a lot like a Fiesta, and well, that's because it kind of is a Fiesta. It's on the exact same B platform that the Fiesta runs on, and that makes it a really good car from a driving perspective. So why is the B-Max different? Well, those of you sharp enough might have noticed when you look at the rear end styling of the vehicle, it's less hatch and more MPV. There's also this funny little groove that cuts into the rear tail light, and then of course, hey, the rear door handle is in the wrong place, which brings us to life is an open door. That wasn't cheesy, was it? So some competitors like the Opel Meriva have suicide doors. The B-Max obviously has the sliding door, but what no one has, and this is what makes the B-Max so different, is no B-pillar. Very clever. I like it. Also important with cars like this, you've got to think about functionality, versatility, practicality, and they've done that. What I really like is that the front passenger seat can fold fully flat. When you drop the seat in the rear of the B-Max, you now have a 1.3 meter load area, which is massive, amazing. So that's going to appeal to the guys, not just the moms. What's also really cool, 60-40 split on the seats, so you can flip one down or flip both down. Very clever. What is important though for me is what is the leg room and headroom like. So let me hop in the back of the car. Did you see how easy that was? Wow. And when I get inside, this is actually really good. Lots of leg room. Check the space here between knees and seat. And then there's ample headroom too, which is really good. But what I love is the panoramic roof. Let the world in, amazing. Because we're in the top spec, the titanium comes with leather seats, and they've really thought of a couple of cool little storage areas. There's a place you can hang bags behind the seat, storage behind the seat, nice little cup holder on the side here, as well as a storage place on the side. But I want to show you how the B-Max door opens. So slide on in here, Jono. Did you get that? Slide in. Very cool.
Got it.
Okay, I'm quite clever, eh? Yeah. This is really nice. I've got electric window controls from here to open. Push of the button, and it opens.
That's very clever.
That's good. Look at the legroom, impressed. Well, get behind the camera, go do some work.
Yes, sir.
Hard to find good help these days. You know what, I've actually just noticed something. You know, when you're sitting in these sort of cars, you want to flip your rear seats forward, the seatbelt always gets in the way. Not so with the B-Max, cleverly stored out of the way. Reach, put belt on, fantastic, done with belt, and I just slotted back in the little hole in the side panel. Belt out of the way. Nice. That is a thing you're going to notice with the B-Max, is that it's low to the ground like a car. It's not raised on stilts like an SUV or a crossover MPV, so getting in is really easy. When you do get behind the wheel though, I find that I can't sit as low as I would in a Fiesta, so it does have a slight elevated right position, which I know a lot of people do enjoy. In terms of the interior layout, It's pretty standard Ford fare. Now, I don't say that in a bad way. I know a lot of people love the layouts. For me, it's always just a little bit busy, lots of buttons everywhere. But we are in the top spec, the titanium. It comes with a Sony 8-speaker system as opposed to the standard 6 on the rest. Dual climate control, the seats even heat up. It's got PDC on the front and the rear, as well as a rear reverse camera. So it is incredibly well spec'd. You know what we haven't done, Jono? We haven't done any driving or talking stuff, but seriously, do you want me to bore you talking about how the steering feels and how beautifully weighted it is? The car drives like a Fiesta, and that's not a bad thing. Now, Ford had a lot to say about how the B-Max allows you to park in really narrow parkings because of the sliding doors. Maybe they forgot that the driver and passenger doors still open pretty normally. You might think this whole sliding door system is a gimmick, but there are certainly some benefits to it. For me, the strong points with the B-Max: it looks like a Fiesta. It drives like a Fiesta, slightly bigger, a bit more space. And that 1-litre EcoSport engine is amazing. What Ford has been really good at is changing the entire showroom. They've refreshed everything. They've been really aggressive with marketing, and their pricing has been amazing, which is why they are pushing the volumes that they are. The B-Max entry-level Ambiente starts at 222. The Trend is going to set you back just on 250, and the top spec titanium that we're in is just over 270 grand. Really competitive pricing. So look at this car as the Golf SV. Look at it as the Opel Meriva. Now, Opel's probably sold, I don't know, maybe 3 of these cars, but knowing Ford with their aggressive marketing, you're probably going to see quite a few B-Maxes on the road.